Hello, hello. Very good afternoon to all ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being in this webinar. I know many of us have very busy schedule, but I'm glad to see that you're able to join us for today's webinar entitled Power Up with Monday Sales CRM. In our midst, we have roles like CEO, COO, Managing Director, Head of Customer Success, Sales Manager, and many more people that is from the sales, operations, marketing, and HR. We hope today's webinar will be beneficial for you. My name is Joanne from iGroup, and I'll be your host for today. And it is our honor today to also have the head of CRM from Monday.com, Mr. Ron Kimhi, to be our speaker for today's webinar. Just a quick introduction. Monday.com was founded in 2014. Monday.com closed financial year of 2022 with almost 519 million in revenue. As you can see in the chart on the right hand, Monday.com is growing very fast and have more than 2 million users from more than 200 countries around the world, spanning across more than 200 industries, 70% of which are non-tech. As for iGroup, we are proud to be part of this ecosystem as their certified partner for 9 countries in Asia region. This means iGroup is capable to provide local support and services to all our customers accordingly. Ladies and gentlemen, here is our agenda for today. Firstly, we will see what are some challenges that modern sales teams and sales managers have these days. Then, a quick introduction on how important it is to optimize your sales process to drive growth. Next, Ron will show us how to build a CRM that works for you. And lastly, we will address all your questions and answers about Monday Sales CRM. So do stay till the end as we have an attractive offer to all who attended today's webinar. Before we start today's webinar, just some quick housekeeping. For those who have any questions that you would like to ask throughout the webinar, you may leave us the question at the Q&A section and we will address it accordingly. The Q&A icon is just at the bottom left of your screen. If anyone requires caption during the webinar, you can also click on the caption icon that is on the bottom right, which will show you the English language caption. Ladies and gentlemen, so who and what exactly is Monday.com? Monday.com is an open work management platform where we can create the tools we need to run all parts of our work. For some of us attending this webinar, Monday.com is no longer something new to you. We can proudly say that many organizations these days in the APAC region are already using Monday.com as their company's work management platform, no matter for project management, marketing, sales, operation, IT departments, and many more. In some cases, you may need to tailor-make products for your needs. That's where Monday Products comes in. Each product is tailored to your industry and pre-built to help teams handle any complexity at scale. Monday Products unlock new levels of efficiency by providing teams with end-to-end best practices, customized workflows, data-driven dashboards, and more. The best part is that they are built on top of Monday.com Work OS, which means every part of your organization gets that same flexibility to work exactly the way they need. For today, we will be focusing more on one of the Monday's products, which is Monday Sales CRM. Monday.com understands that today, sales teams are facing many challenges, out of which there are too much manual work and not enough automation. Sadly, sales teams spend only 35 to 45% of your time actually selling, as the remaining time are pretty much on emails or administrative matters. Also, it seems that time are wasted on duplication of work and lack of collaboration. On the other hand, The many challenges of sales manager today includes having the need for one source of truth when it comes to strategic planning. Furthermore, now that we are at the post-pandemic era, we see many organizations are experiencing a change of workforce where staff can now work both hybrid or remotely. Lastly, sales manager these days do lack of visibility into pipeline and reps performance, as only 60% of managers have insights on what sales reps are actually doing. Ladies and gentlemen, today we hope to introduce tips on simplifying the entire sales cycle for you. The core of any great CRM is robust pipeline management capabilities. Most problems typically start when a deal is close won. This is when things get complicated. Multiple tools are being used. Data begins to be distributed around multiple platforms. Microsoft Excel is oftentimes back in the picture. With Monday.com, you can manage your pipeline and post-sales processes all in one platform. Data is not only streamlined, but you can collaborate on many of these processes the way you could never do in traditional CRMs. On top of it all, sales team have their daily operations. All these things are typically done in Excel, but they don't have to be. Why not have everything in just one place? When you combine these operations in one place, you're able to stay efficient, lean, and in today's macroeconomic clientele, you can now consolidate your tech stack with a centralized backbone in your organization. The idea is that you can now manage every aspect of your sales efforts on Monday.com, which includes integrating with tools your team already uses without the need for engineering or IT. You can now integrate with over 37 external tools such as Gmail or Outlook, Salesforce, HubSpot, MailChimp, Twilio, Aircall, PandaDoc, just to name a few. Here is an example of a company that is from a construction industry. With Monday Sales CRM, it has helped the company create great visibility to manage customer relationships and overall sales performance. As a company, they saved more than 25 hours per month on administrative tasks and improved the overall team collaboration for the company. I'm sure many of us in today's webinar would like to share this same ROI. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further much ado, it is my honor to invite Mr. Ron Kimhi, the head of Sales CRM from Monday.com, as he shows us how to build a CRM that works for you and all the latest capabilities of Monday Sales CRM. So, Ron, I'm handing the time over to you.
Hey guys, pleasure to meet you all. I'll share a short presentation and then I will demo the product. So my role today is both to get you informed about what we can do and why we believe that it's a game changer in the industry. And also I'll try to do it interesting and fun. Firstly, before I'm starting, I want to know who you are, what are you managing? If you can write in the chat like your industry and maybe even your role, that would be so much helpful for me. So I would cater my messaging directly to you guys. And also, if you have questions along the way, please feel free to write them down in the chat or in the Q&A, and we'll try to answer them on the go. So you wouldn't need to wait for half an hour before we are getting to the Q&A section. I'll give you 1 minute to share your thoughts, and then we'll start. Okay. Oil and gas, sales and services, logistics industry. Amazing. Anyone else? Engineering, business consulting. Cool. Okay. Marketing and operations, interesting. I will touch on that. Software development, I will touch on that as well. Healthcare, amazing. We're seeing many healthcare companies who are joining Money Sales CRM in the past couple of years. Pharmacy as well, we saw a couple. Okay, medical devices, amazing. So let's jump right into it. So I'm Ron. I'm leading Money Sales CRM for the past 4 years. I built right from inception. I'm with Monday for the about same amount of time, about 4 years. If you have anything interesting to share about our CRM, you can find me on LinkedIn. Just hit connect, send me a message. Any feedback is extremely welcomed. We are building a software for users and for customers, and any feedback is very important for me. Money is evolving. Up until a year ago, we were a one product platform. Now, as Joanne said, we are a multi-product company with money work management, dev, and sales CRM. I want to emphasize that because the CRM is built on top of the Monday.com platform. What that means for you guys is that Monday Sales CRM has the exact same amount of capabilities that you all know and love, plus a thick layer of dedicated capabilities in order to manage your sales and CRM needs as efficient and fun as possible. Why we even started to work on this endeavor and enter to one of the biggest, most vicious software category in the world. And that's because we saw that so many sales, CRM, and CRM use cases in general are failing. They're failing because there aren't really amazing options. Any CRM out there, even the most robust ones, yes, they will accompany your needs, but in most cases, and I'm feeling very confident when I'm saying that, they're extremely complex, not that intuitive, and in many cases, overwhelming. I don't know any other head of go-to market that will tell you, yeah, hit me on LinkedIn as much as you want and want to learn about the product. My role, yes, is to make the business larger, but at the end of the day, we are building a really great product because users who are coming to look for their CRM have two options. One, buy a very rigid software that is easy to use and affordable, for example, Pipedrive, or to buy an extremely flexible software that you can do whatever you want with it, for example, Salesforce, but it's going to be pricey to buy, pricey to operate, with your RevOps teams in most cases, but it's also going to be pricey to customize, both in terms of time and in terms of the amount of effort and resources that you need to invest in order to customize it for your evolving needs. It's not a one-time thing. CRM software is evolving every week if you are doing things correctly. And we are here to enable you guys to do it extremely fast and easy. And we're coming in about the middle of this problem with a very flexible CRM that if I could crystallize what we are offering, it's being narrowed into three main things. One, we are building a very easy to use and intuitive platform. The Monday you know, plus the CRM capabilities that are also very intuitive to use, which means that your teams could adapt it very quickly, even if they don't know Monday even a bit. Secondly, it is extremely customizable and also easy to customize. So in just a couple of hours, you can build extremely robust sales processes on top of the platform. But even better than that, You can build many complementary processes that are working with sales. So we saw here pharmacy, for example, and you need to manage your your inventory. So you could do it as well and connect it so your sales teams will know what's in the inventory, what's not. They can send requests for anything that they want very efficiently. The sales manager could know where things are at. So it's connecting the business and all of its teams. Last but not least, it's not only a CRM, it's a CRM plus. It means that we are investing huge amount of effort in collaboration and in connecting the post-sales processes, the fulfillment phases, into one platform very elegantly. It means that, and I'm going to show you that the handover to anyone who is doing anything with the customer after the deal was closed won, it's all in one platform. The communication is in one place. No need to go into 5 other places to manage what it happens after the deal closes. So that's the gist of it. This is how it looks like in a very high level. Okay, so we have the pipeline management where we have many capabilities over there. Then we have the post sales, but also the revenue operations, which is also something that you can do. Each one of us can do the headcount planning, the sales enablement, things that are now happening or in other places or in Excel. And we give the tools to do it in one platform. And it comes in a pretty affordable price, which is also important. We don't want you guys to pay $500 per seat, which can happen in other places. Okay. Unique CRM features. The Sales CRM have many unique features. I'm going to show you a couple over here, and then I'll jump to the demo and I'll show some of them live. So first, it's the sales leaderboard. So right now, you can go into the Sales CRM. You can see each one of your reps, how many deals they've closed on a specific time frame that you've set, the average deal size, how much time it took for them, what's the completion rate between each phases. So here it's between qualified lead to proposal. And if you'd hover on it, and this is where it becomes very interesting, and this is where we're bringing very powerful tools in a very easy way to consume them, you can see, okay, 21% in this stage. Is it good? Is it bad? Hover on it and you'll know. You'll see that the average time for completion for this lady was 2 weeks. It might be super fast in your business, and then you would say, okay, 21% is pretty good. If you 21 is an amazing number, but the average time for those guys is 2 days, so it changes the entire story. And this is the kind of data that is super interesting to see and monitor when it's so easy to monitor it. And in other places, it's much more difficult. We've added the mass emailing to the platform so you can send emails to your clients pretty easily with HTML tracking, etc. This is how it looks like. So you can also send very customizable emails, and we're making it much, much, much better this year. You could track the campaigns, but let's see it in action. Don't want to bore you guys with presentation. Let's see it in action. Yeah, so for the anonymous attendee who send the questions, yeah, you can just go into the dashboards, and I will show it in a second, how you can add it to your pipeline. Okay, moving on. So this is Monday Sales CRM. It looks very similar to the Monday you all know, but with many things that are different. I'm going to walk you through it. Firstly, we have here some special boards, the entities. So we have the leads, opportunities, companies, contacts, the sales activities, and a number of dashboards. So this is one. So if we have here, for example, leads, let's add a new lead. Let's take Joanne name from iGroup. Okay. Jen, I'm making you a VP. I'll add your email. It's going to be a fake one for this example. VP sales, etc., etc. So one thing that is interesting is that if you would fill all the details over here, you're going to have a score. Now, this score is a Monday formula, but up until now, it's all things that you all know, right? One thing that is interesting is that emails and activities is our capability for sending and getting emails and track all the activities is catered into the Monday Sales CRM pretty heavily. So the first thing that you'll notice, if you'd click on any email, you could just hit and send an email. Let's send an email template. So here we can use, of course, variables from Joanne item, whatever we want. We also have tracking. We can add files, also from the file column if there are some. And I'm going to hit send. Amazing. Now, we can track all of this information over here. So this is something that is very different from the Monday that you know with only the update section. So here, firstly, you can see a very nice item page with a pipeline and the information that you want. You can see how many days your prospect is being on each one of these stages, okay? And we also, of course, have here a timeline with all the interactions that we are going to have with Jen, and of course, tracking for open rates. Now, if I would have a file over here, we are already, and this is a new thing, we are tracking if Joanne clicked on that file or not, which is super interesting. This item page is completely customizable, okay? Meaning that you can change it however you wish with a drag and drop modules, add more widgets, whatever you want. Even if you have these kinds of modules, you can make them wider. I mean, very quickly you can make it your own, and this is the bottom line. And it's super important for us to enable you guys to build the software that is most convenient for you guys. Okay. On top of that, in emails and activities, of course, you can add custom activities like, let's imagine together that we had a demo. And you can create the timeline however you wish. Moving forward. So we reached Joanne through the email and we added a couple of activities, but we can also send mass emails. So this is how we can do it. As I showed you before, you can use HTML code or just send it each one of the recipient over here. We get an individual email, and of course, it's being tracked. Now, this is how the mass email tracking module looks like. So over here, you can track the recipient, the delivery, the open rate, and very soon we're also adding the click-through rate for files. So this is pretty robust, and it's going to be even much more robust in the next couple of months. Okay, that's about the mass emailing. Going back to leads. Now, AI, right? We have to speak about AI. AI, it's an amazing tool, but in most cases, it's a query-based thing, meaning you are asking something and you are getting an answer. The problem is is that it's difficult. It's taking a lot of time. Yes, it will reduce the time for you to send a specific email, but we try to do it at scale. And I want to show you something that is super interesting that we've built. And I'm super proud in the teams that have done it. So here we have leads, right? And I've set here a number of new automations with AI. It's a pretty technical thing, so I'm not going to go through it very deeply. I'm just going to give you the gist of it. But the gist of it is that when an item is created, I'm using AI with a custom prompt that I've created, okay? Read a specific column that I'm going to show you in a second and summarize the need, what exactly that the customer need, and then summarize into what they need, what's the industry, propose a reply, propose as a very nice sales representative, which is important for me, and also fill in some proposed action items. Let's see it in action. So let's imagine together we're a t-shirt company. This is a prospect, a client, potential client, Lily Rose. She wrote here what she needs, which is essentially a number of t-shirts, okay, with their logo, whatever. And this is her email. I'm going to submit it. Amazing. And we have here Lily Rose, right? So this is what she needs. Okay, we're seeing it filling up. Firstly, the industry is a flower shop. Amazing. The AI categorize it. Secondly, it says, okay, what they need, summarize it to me. They need 10 t-shirts and they need more information on the shirt styles, etc., etc. Amazing. But I also wanted the AI will already summarize the proposed reply for me. So it says, Dear Lily Rose, thank you for reaching out to us, blah, 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 blah. And it's did it for me. And last but not least, it also provide me some action items, like provide information on t-shirt style, available, and confirm the availability of colors and sizes. Guys, this is extremely powerful. In about 15 minutes, you can completely create your own AI product with these kinds of capabilities. And yeah. The left column. Okay. The left column, you mean over here? I see in the chat. Yes, I can zoom a little bit, but I think that it will be super small for you guys. Okay. This is how it looks like. Moving forward. Another thing that we've added recently is with account. It's also related to leads and enrichment. So we've partnered with Crunchbase, and now we have a native enrichment capabilities. So let's take Adidas, for example, Adidas Japan. And within the native integration to Crunchbase, so we've added the domain automatically. The industry was already enriched, description, what is this company, number of employees, headquarters location, etc., etc. You can even create an account with Crunchbase and add more fields, but this is something that we are giving you as part of the product. Again, super strong. You can just type here and we're already connected to Crunchbase and you can find almost any company in the world. Even my very small old company is here, which is pretty cool. So again, super strong. Just try it out. Moving forward. Okay. So this is one aspect of the Monday Sales CRM. And eventually you can, let's qualify Joanne. Now, what has happened now is that we are moving into the opportunities board where we can see some interesting information. The first thing that you can see, and of course this is demo account, so you see many things that are reddish. but it's helping me to understand where are the issues. So over here, we set some conditional coloring about the stage length, the deal length, the last interaction date. We can see everything. In most other places, you'll have to open each item to see those things very clearly. We want to empower you guys to see it on the board level, which I believe is extremely interesting. And of course, you can go into a pipeline view, and this is a dedicated pipeline view for CRM, where you can see how much the sum of deal sizes that you have on each stage, and just use it as a Kanban. Okay, but that's not all. Because if we would go into the iGroup deal, for example, the first thing that we can see is that we have all the past interactions from when Joanne was a lead, which is extremely helpful. We can move those stages through the pipeline, but we have here a deal value that is missing, right? And I want to make sure that it will not happen again. The last interaction is red because there wasn't the last interaction. Okay. So what I can do, I can go into, see, let's move this guy over here. Amazing. I'm going into the settings. Oh, I don't have it in this account. So it was a demo account. Let's do it over here. Sorry about it, guys. We have to have, okay, we have it over here. Okay. So one of the new capabilities that we've created is set conditions to change labels. Okay, so I want to make sure that, let's say, if it's a qualified lead, before I have the opportunity to change it to qualified, then the industry has to be required for examples. This is a new capabilities that we've created. Let's move arrows into qualified, and I think industry is already filled up. So, 1 second. Yes, I think that I didn't hit done. Industry is required, apply, done. Amazing. Okay, so this is what that will happen. So when I'm moving into the next stage, I will have to fill those details. It's a very light process enforcement capability, okay? But just take a look how easy was it to set these kinds of rules, right? Amazing. Moving forward. Another thing that we've created is that we can set, this is a new capability. So I can set that other than adding line items horizontally, like that you all know and use in the work management, in Monday Sales CRM, if you wish, you can add it as an internal form. Why it is so important? Because then you can set some mandatory fields. And essentially, we've catered the entire suite of capabilities that Workforms has into the board. So you can add conditions to here. You can add multiple forms. You can add all sort of entering data needs are being much more easy now with this form, and sometimes just easier to fill new items like that. 1 second, I'm closing the door. Okay. Moving on. Let's add the deal value over here. Amazing. Now, if we want to track our pipeline, so of course we can do it via here, but we can also do it with our sales dashboards. So what did you see here? Firstly, is that it was load pretty fast. So we have new infrastructure for our dashboard. So now they're being loaded much faster. You can see the current pipeline value, the monthly forecast, the open pipe value. We've added a funnel widget. So Here, for example, you can see the conversion rates between each of your deal stages and of course the overall conversion rate by specific reps, by specific timeline. And of course, this guy can be completely customizable. And of course, over here, we have the leaderboard where we can see Rebecca and how she is doing in each one of her capabilities, in each one of their stages, sorry. And of course, you can see the pipe generation months over months, won deals, etc., etc. This guy is very robust, but it doesn't end here because sometime you want to see specific reps. Let's imagine together that you are doing a pipeline review for one of your reps. And if we'll go into the sales targets, this is where we are setting up the attainment. Okay, this is where we'll say, okay, Rebecca, she needs to, her Q1 target is X, their actuals is being updated automatically. This is how she is doing in Q2, etc., etc. Super nice. But if we'll open these guys up, we'll see a really nice summary of how she is doing. So here we can see the working pipeline, where she's at with each one of her deals, what she's closed, some analytics about her, and of course, her targets fast actual. It's a demo account, so Rebecca is doing pretty well. But we can see everything that we need to see about our specific reps, and this is pretty strong. Okay. Moving back to our opportunities, and you remember that we showed you two main circuits, like the pipeline management and also the post-sales, but we have another amazing capability in our sleeve. One, in many cases, especially in oil and gas and pharmaceuticals and medical, before we can close a deal, there is a very longish legal stage where we need the help of the legal team. So once that I moved into legal, a very interesting process was initiated. So if we'll go into the legal request, so our legal team is working with us in the same platform, which is pretty unique. And we see a new request for iGroup, okay? The legal console was already added and attached to this item. He has a priority. We'll also already monitor how long it's taking for him to take care of this legal request. And if we enter here, so he has the entire context. He can see all the communication. He can reach out to Rebecca pretty immediately. Again, in the same platform, it's all transparent to other managers, to the business owner. It's all in one place. So the handover, the interactions between these two entities are extremely efficient. And this is what we are trying to achieve. So over here, let's add a new note. And let's imagine together that legal approved it, and it was approved. And we're seeing the gong, which is another nice addition that the team added. And we can move forward with our process, which is pretty amazing. Why? Because if we go into the iGroup item in the opportunities, we see that it was approved. So I got notified and it was already indicated into my pipeline. Why is that so important? Because this is how we are making sure that no deal was fall between the cracks. So that something was approved, but the rep didn't know, the sales manager didn't know, and it's stuck somewhere in our pipeline. So this is another really cool way to showcase it. But then we got to the point where the deal was won. Everyone are super happy. Everyone are celebrating. But now it's the time where we have many more actions to take in order to make sure that Joanne and iGroup are going to be super happy. We need to fulfill our main value. And this is where Money Sales CRM is being completely connected to the fulfillment, to the post-sales processes. How that looks like, once that we've created, once that we've won the deal, our account management team received a new inquiry for iGroup where they need to make sure that they are being onboarded. And they have a full process here. But it doesn't end here because our onboarding manager, she has all the details she needs in order to move forward with this account. So of course, in many cases, we can set some, the sales manager can write a note with a summary that will help her to move forward, but she can see the emails. She can see the information about the deal. She has everything she needs in order to make sure that iGroup is getting the best customer experience. And of course, we can also limit it. If we want to limit all the emails, if it's something that is permission-based, and we don't want the onboarding manager to see. Of course, I didn't mention it, but emails and activities, this module has a very robust privacy capability. So I can set who can see emails from these interactions. I can set even people who can use this email address that I've connected to send emails. So again, super robust. I wouldn't get into that at the moment, just that you will know. Okay, so this is one. Secondly, we need to collect the money, right? Which is an important part. So we see here that iGroup, our finance and collections team, received an inquiry that they have 30 days to collect the funds. And of course, they have all the information here that they need in order to complete this task. Whether this is over, it will move into the project team only after the payment is fulfilled and a new project will be created. Why am I telling you of it? Because I've talked with so many customers that before their meeting with the client, they had to spend about half an hour, between half an hour to 2 hours, collecting the data about the customer in order to see where they're at before their meeting. But over here, if we'll go into the iGroup item, we can see everything. We can see all the interactions from the onboarding, from the projects, from everywhere. And if I want, I could even bring here the legal interactions that was an opportunity. I've decided to omit it from this specific timeline. So again, it's super robust. You can see everything in one single place. Last but not least, I want to show you that, let's see it over here. Okay, of course, sales activities, every time that I'm creating a new activity, it will be captured over here, which allows me to create some dashboards about the sales activities, from how many meetings, summaries, etc. I had on a given time frame. This is one. And another thing is over here. Let's see it. Yeah. One of the, okay. One of the benefits of having multiple teams, client-facing teams, that works on one single platform is that in the same platform, Monday in this case, you can see how these teams are doing, how they're affecting my pipeline. And I'll give a specific example. So over here, we have the legal request that we saw, right? So as a sales manager, I can go ahead and look in my dashboards. Oh, I have $340 $1,000 that are stuck in legal. Interesting, right? I can just click on it, see exactly why they're stuck, who is the owner. I can go ahead and ask, why is it stuck? Let's do it. Why is it stuck? And let's add even, let's tag our legal counsel, and we'll wait until we are getting an answer. But that kinds of very quick ability to drill down, to unstuck processes, solve complex one, it is something that is very, very powerful. Moving on. Okay, so I see one question that I will take. If one of our sales resign and we need to deactivate the email content in emails and activity we just sell created before, will be hidden? No, no. You even if you're reconnecting an email, we're keeping the email unless you are actively deciding differently, exactly because of that reason, Gabriel. Okay. Moving forward, that's about money sales CRM in a very, very, very high level. Yeah, I'm moving forward. We are going to add a few more capabilities that are very interesting. One of them is 100K items. So from April 1st, we are starting the rollout of 100K items in leads, opportunities, and all of the main CRM entities. For those of you who have like these vast databases, so it's going to be much more easier and much more robust in that regard. I know that many people are waiting for it. Caller, by the end of this queue, in just a couple of days, we are starting to work with an alpha group about a caller with it with your infrastructure. So you could have calls directly from the platform. It is super robust. The calendar. So this guy is already live. So if you've connected your Google Calendar account and you are setting a meeting in Google Calendar, you will see it in the emails and activities timeline. This is one. Secondly, early April will also start the gradual rollout of our Zoom meetings activities. So if you had a Zoom meeting with your customer, you could see it over here with the recording and everything that you would expect. This is pretty cool as well. It's already 90% developed. And during May, we'll start to open up for specific partners our open API for emails and activities. So if you want to migrate your data, that would be possible. Migrate any activities from Salesforce or HubSpot, that would be possible. Or if you want to build your own specific API request with quoting tool that is very popular in Asia and we haven't supported yet. So with our open API capabilities, you could do it by yourself or with a partner. So emails and activities are going to become a real one source of truth for everything that you need. And it's also going to be very easy to create. We are building sequences. So this is already in development. You could set sequences to your customers, email sequences, but not only. So, for example, send 3 emails, stop when there is a reply, etc., etc. It's going to be next quarter live. So with the Zoom integration, we're not stopping with showing you the recording. We are also connecting it to an AI, so it will be summarized. And later this year, we'll also add some action items that are related to any one of these calls. So again, super robust capabilities. Enrichment is already out, so you can try it out. And we're working very hard on the quotes and invoices capabilities. So everything regarding linking products to a deal, generating quote, product catalog, all of it is a huge increment in our roadmap and we're working on it. So expect to have it in about Q3. Beta will start next quarter. But we're not stopping with things that you know. One, we are going to create something that we are calling it the activity timeline. So you could see emails and activities. You wouldn't need to open an item in order to see what's going on there. You could see directly from the board. And it will also, we're going to make it much more easier to create new activities. Again, why? What is important for us? Because we want to make it more easier for you guys to track and work, etc., etc. Last but not least, we are re-envisioning the way that pipelines work. Today, in any other CRM, if you have a $2 billion deal and a $2 deal, it will look exactly the same. We believe that it should look differently. We think that I want to help sales managers to track their quota, their targets, all in one place. So this is something that we already started to work on. Again, extremely powerful capabilities. Email marketing will also be ready by the end of the year. So many exciting stuff. Joanne,
Wow.
back to you.